Welcome into Good Day After the Show, streaming exclusively on WTOL 11 Plus, and we thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for joining us here exclusively on the app. So, Steven, we talk sports a lot.
We do.
On Good Day, and we don't always agree.
We don't, and that's okay.
And that's great,
Yeah, I think it's great TV when we don't agree.
Yes, so the NBA postseason it's pretty much set. Well, depending on when you're watching this, it may be fully set.
Yeah, Saturday will change a lot.
Yes, but Wednesday night.
Yeah, my Bulls went down.
I'm sorry.
To the Miami Heat, 3 years in a row when it comes to playing tournament. It's okay. It's okay. Kobe White looked good. His hair was like phenomenal. Look at this video. You see?
Look at that hair.
Do you see his hair just bouncing with the basketball?
Beautiful.
It's like absolutely good. Madhouse on Madison looks great as well. You know, UC. But the team, not so much. Look at that score. I believe the final score, they lost by like 19.
I want to say it was like
it was a blowout.
80 or
It was a blowout. Yeah. But it's okay. Your Orlando Magic, though, they are in the playoffs, and they will be facing your husband's Boston Celtics. A house divided indeed.
He's very excited about this.
Because they're going to win. I hope you know.
Yeah, no, I know.
Okay.
Trust me, I know this. But he was kind of getting me set up for it earlier in the week. He's like, hey, so you know, and he's like sending me screen grabs of look what this is, and I'm like, oh man.
Yeah. So are you guys going to have like a watch party for this game? You should.
I think we'll watch the games because we do. Generally, I watch a lot of basketball with him, so I think we'll watch the games, and deep down, I will probably still be kind of rooting for the Celtics.
Yeah, and I understand why.
Yeah.
You want your household to be happy.
Yeah, and especially since we know they have a chance of going
to the championship.
Yes.
Winning back-to-back.
Yes.
I don't think that's going to happen, but that's okay.
I do.
But you know what? We need to bring someone in.
Yeah, we got to get an expert in here.
Who really knows the game of basketball well. And this is my first time working with Chase on television.
Hey, Chase.
But a good friend. This is a good guy right here. Hey, Chase.
He's not normally here this early, and that's part of the reason. Because you're usually in the evening time. I see you at the end of my day when you come in, but he sits across from me.
Yeah, Chase is a good guy.
Okay.
Chasing the game, but we're going to talk about the game. Yeah. How about that? So we do have our bracket that is pulled up here.
There it is. Yeah. So this is what we're dealing with.
So, Chase, I did get a chance to find out that you're a LeBron fan, so that means you're rooting for the Lakers.
I am rooting for the Lakers as long as LeBron is on the team. So you go in there, you see the 3 seed right there matched up with the Minnesota Timberwolves taking on Anthony Edwards. Should be a good matchup. The thing that changes everything is since that trade when Luka Doncic came in, they have been, a very much improved team from what they've been the last few years, right?
Yes.
LeBron and Anthony Davis, they were in the lower half of the Western Conference playoff teams, but now they're a 3 seed. That's a whole different sort of paradigm.
So it's changed things for them.
Right. They've shown an ability to beat some of those best teams in the Western Conference. So I like them in that matchup with the Minnesota Timberwolves. Let's see what they could do in the second round. I mean, I like that matchup with the Rockets and the Warriors,
too. So I really want to know your thoughts here because with Jimmy Butler going to the Warriors, Chase.
This is dangerous,
It has elevated things, but the Rockets have been a very quiet number 2 in the West.
Right.
And they've been dominating, really.
Yeah, I think, Jalen Green's terrific. Fred VanVleet, those guys with the Rockets are terrific. There's something about the Warriors. I can never count out Steph Curry.
I know.
Right? A terrific shooter. Draymond Green, Jimmy Butler, like you said. I mean, they've got all sorts of interesting pieces. I think as a 7 seed, they're very interesting. I think they're getting hot at the right time. I kind of like the Warriors in that matchup.
Okay.
I do too.
Yeah.
I do too.
You just can't count Steph Curry out.
No.
For me, he's number 5 all time.
Athleticism can decline. Shooting, that is a skill that just does not decline. He could be 40 years old. He's still shooting the ball incredibly well.
What about this 4-5? Because the Raptors. No, that's not the Raptors. That's the Clippers. The Clippers. I'm sorry. With Kawhi and James Harden.
Yeah.
They've stepped it up.
Right. They've been good lately. The thing is, they got Nikola Jokic there on the Nuggets. I like that. He's just, to me, he's one of the best players in the NBA, one of the best players in the world. He's just on a tear right now. I think they're really unstoppable. I like the Nuggets in that matchup.
Okay. I can respect that.
I like the Nuggets.
Yeah, I give him like number 1 all time, like could never get a bod that looks like he's in shape, but he dominates on the
He's
basketball
just one of those
court.
guys. Every pickup league you play with a guy who doesn't look like he should be able to do anything.
Yes.
But he goes out there and he'll give you 30 points, 10 assists, 10 rebounds.
You know who else
That's
is in
the
that
guy.
category?
Yeah.
He no longer plays. Paul Pierce.
My husband's favorite player.
Never like insane physique.
My
Wasn't like a
husband's
LeBron
favorite.
physique, but it was just a guy that could go out there and ball.
Yeah,
Number
for sure.
34.
So, absolutely.
Okay, so that's kind of like on the West.
And
I wanna-
OKC's just dominated.
Yeah.
In general.
Everybody's picking them. Everybody's picking them for winning the whole thing.
Yes.
I'm seeing a lot of, but I don't.
You don't
I'm going
think
to go
so?
on a limb and say I don't think so.
So who do you have winning the Western Conference out of the teams you see, Amanda? I know who I want to see.
Okay.
I know who I want to see.
I'm looking at a Golden State.
A 7 seed
I know,
winning
but
the
maybe
Western
not. But then
Conference?
I think.
Decisions.
No. I don't know. I don't know. For whatever reason, it's just like sticking out.
It's because of Steph Curry.
Maybe.
I get it. So I want to see the Lakers. I want to see
Now-
LeBron. I want to see LeBron.
I'm with Steven on this one.
And listen, and
No.
after we talk about the Eastern Conference, I'll explain why I want to see the Lakers.
I think I know why you would want to, but I think they're fool's gold a little.
It's not just that I want to see the Lakers. It's
Yeah.
that I think between LeBron, between Luka, those guys
Yeah.
together. I mean, think about it. Luka got to the Western Conference Finals last year.
Yeah.
I mean, by himself, he's already a terrific guy. You have LeBron in the mix. You have the Lakers in the mix. I think they match up really well against. I think they could beat the Warriors. I think they do really well against OKC, even with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I think that's a really good, strong pick. I think at this point, just the way they've been playing.
Do you think he wins MVP this year?
Luka?
No.
Or Shai Gilgeous-Alexander?
Yes.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, I mean, one of the best scorers we have in the
That's
NBA.
a name right there.
Yeah,
It's
he's
a lot.
SGA, absolutely.
SGA. It's a lot.
I think
SGA,
there's
we'll
a
go with
strong
that.
case there for MVP. Yeah,
Okay.
Shai Gilgeous.
All right, so
Okay.
let's
All right.
get to the Eastern Conference.
Okay.
And I want to start here. We talked about this
Yeah,
already.
we know.
I have Boston winning.
Celtics are gonna, and we don't know who the Cavs are playing yet.
But to see the Pistons,
that's cool.
in the playoffs
They're kind of
against the
scary.
Knicks. Yeah,
I
both-
think
they're
Pistons have
scrappy.
the Knicks because I have watched the Knicks this season, and I have seen them not play great against good teams. So I'm going Pistons here.
Pistons,
I'm going
one of the best stories, right? You know,
Yeah.
there's a team that won, a
bad guys,
handful
the
of
bad
games.
boys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. A handful of games last year. One of the best turnarounds. They're the 6th seed in the
Yep.
Eastern Conference now. I really like that pick, man. I'm going to go with Pistons over the
Okay.
Knicks. Knicks have just not shown an ability to get deep into the playoffs in a way that we'd like to see the Knicks get deep into the playoffs. I'm going to go with the Pistons on that one.
Okay, I got Knicks in 7. I believe the
Okay.
Pistons are scrappy, and I know
They're
no
scrappy.
one's going to like that. I have my homeboy. He texted me this morning a Bad Boys towel. We went to a game a few years ago
Yeah.
when they were in Auburn Hills, and
Okay.
he's rooting for the Pistons.
Yeah.
And it's like they're a scrappy team.
They are.
I just don't know if they have the depth. Like
Sure.
the Knicks have a lot to prove,
Yeah.
and the Knicks in the playoffs is good for basketball.
Sure.
It's
Yeah.
great.
Okay,
It's great
yeah.
for
There's
the
a good
NBA.
fan base.
Yeah.
Yes, so that's why I got the Knicks.
Cade
Okay.
Cunningham and the Pistons, first time they've been in the playoffs since I think 2020 when they had Blake Griffin, so it's been a while. They do not have a lot of playoff experience. The Knicks, on the other hand, do have some playoff
They do.
experience.
Yeah,
Okay,
they
so
do.
let's talk Pacers
Pacers Bucks.
What a boring series.
Yeah. I guess just for fun, I'll say Pacers. 'cause
I'll say
they-
Pacers as well.
I'm going to go with the Bucks. I think Giannis
Okay.
Antetokounmpo. These are guys that have won an
Yeah.
NBA championship
No,
before.
yeah, I get that, yeah.
I like that, but I like the Bucks. I like Giannis.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So the Cavs,
So I think we got Celtics Cavs in an Eastern Conference final.
I do too.
Yeah.
And so who are you taking in the East, Chase?
The Cavs are so interesting to me. It's the first time they've been a 1 seed without LeBron. First time in franchise history that they've been the top of the East without LeBron James. The Celtics just have shown an ability, even though they're not the top seed.
Right.
Joe Mazzulla, those guys just have shown an ability to get to the NBA Finals, to be the best team in the NBA. I like the Boston Celtics to win the Eastern Conference again.
Okay. Who
No.
wins the whole thing? He
No.
said you think Cavs got it.
No. Cavs,
I think Celtics have it.
Lakers. That's the matchup we
Well,
need
that's
to
what
see.
you want. Yeah.
That's very interesting, Steve.
Why is it interesting, Chase?
Because it's LeBron. This
LeBron.
is his former team.
That's what I'm saying. Cleveland, this is for you.
So what
Psych.
So do
Psych.
you think the Lakers beat the Cavs?
I want the Lakers to beat the Cavs, and here's why. You know,
mean.
my opinion has changed on LeBron in a lot of ways, and it would be nice
think
to see
he's the
him get
GOAT.
another ring. It would be great to see him get another ring.
It would be
many does
awesome
he
to see him
have?
get another ring. How bittersweet would it be, though, to do it against his hometown team, the Cavs?
It would be
Cavs,
phenomenal,
yeah.
actually.
It would be phenomenal. I mean, it would make for great TV, make for a great story.
It's a better storyline.
How heartbroken would Cleveland? I mean,
I know.
He'll break their hearts twice.
Right,
Yes.
to have your ex come in and win a championship.
Yes.
First time you think you're independent, you can do it without him, and then you get to the finals and he takes it away from you again.
Yeah, that would be very Cleveland. So, but I'm still gonna say I say Celtics win the whole thing.
Okay.
But yeah,
Against
I
Golden
don't-
State.
Golden
Celtics,
State?
Golden State.
How weird is that? That's weird.
It's a take.
It's a take.
It's a solid take.
Yeah.
I mean, you can argue that point. You have Draymond Green,
Yeah.
Steph Curry, and Jimmy Butler.
Yeah. It's
Pretty
a
solid.
take. I'll stick. I'm going to stick with it. That's
Okay.
what you do.
Yes.
You stick with it.
Go with it. Chase, thanks so much, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
We appreciate your expert opinion.
I appreciate you
gonna
guys
need
calling
that.
me an expert.
He knew how to pronounce all the names.
Yes.
I appreciate that. Thanks. Who do you think's going to win the whole thing, though?
I think so. We have Lakers, Celtics.
Yeah.
That's a matchup that I'm sure a lot of people are just clamoring for, right?
Sure.
Lakers, Celtics. I think there's so much potential with that LeBron-Luka matchup. They've
Yeah.
been doing so well lately. And maybe I'm biased. I absolutely am as an
Yeah.
Ohio guy, seeing LeBron do well.
Yeah.
Give me the Lakers in 6 over the Celtics. That's
Okay.
my pick.
All right.
Lakers in 6?
Lakers in 6.
Here's in 6.
Okay.
So I know
6. I think yes. I think it'll be Celtics.
That's not
in
a
6,
pick
but
that a lot of people necessarily
No.
want, but I think that's
that's
I
what
just
it's gonna be?
believe in
Okay.
Lakers, Luka, LeBron.
I got Lakers winning too.
Yeah, but
in
not in 6.
I don't know.
How many do you think it's going to be?
I think it'll go 7 with the
7.
Cavs.
Okay.
Absolutely.
7 with the Cavs.
Yeah,
There
and
we go.
I don't want to see Boston, LA again. I know it's historic, but
That means that
That's
we get a
good for
game 7 in
fans,
Cleveland.
too.
We get a game if we get Cavs Lakers, right?
you get a chance to cover that thing.
You do.
That would be crazy.
You're welcome.
Can we get our
by the
bosses
way.
in here somewhere? I want to make sure that we get that in writing that I can be in Cleveland for Game 7.
We'll try to work that out for you, Jason.
Yeah.
We've got far more pool than you do.
Chase, thanks again,
Thank
man.
you.
Really
We
Absolutely.
appreciate
appreciate
Happy
you.
to be here.
We
We got
talked
more
this bracket.
brackets
Yeah,
coming.
more.
Yeah.
We're talking food this time.
Food. Thank you.
Your favorite.
My favorite.
Your expertise.
Yes. Right after the break. Stay with us. Okay, now to my favorite topic, food.
Let's do
Food.
it.
So recently there was a survey that came out that showed America's favorite casual dining restaurant has changed.
Yes.
I want to pull the newsroom really quick. Hi. Hi, ladies. Okay, first of all, do you all have any guesses as to what America's favorite chain restaurant it used to be and what it is now?
What it used to be. I'm putting Bob Evans out there as something that it used to be. Just think about it. I didn't say it was good. It's not my favorite. I'm just telling you. I feel like America, you out here loving some Bob Evans and some Cracker Barrel. That's what it is. And you switched. That's what happened. You switched.
That's what
on
you
them.
think.
That's
Okay. What do you think?
I'm gonna go with Chili's. Was the previous one.
Okay.
I don't know what the current one is.
Okay. You're both wrong.
Wow.
Previously, Olive Garden held held the title for years, like long time,
Held. So you're telling me they've been dethroned?
like since like 2018,
Okay.
I think.
They
Right?
stopped the unlimiteds. That's why, huh?
Yes, they stopped talking to their lower.
They stopped being a family.
Yeah.
Shame on them.
The new favorite.
Is?
If you say
Texas
Red Lobster,
Roadhouse.
okay, I was gonna leave.
No,
Oh.
Texas Roadhouse.
Oh, I
give you
like
that.
Texas
Texas
Roadhouse.
Texas Roadhouse.
I like
Okay,
that.
so
Okay.
my next question is, what are y'all's favorites?
So we were just going through this not too long ago. So
It's hard.
We're going fancy. I like Hell's Kitchen, and I know he's got a couple of them. Chef Ramsay, call me. But then, like for normal people and normal things, I'm a Red Robin girl. I love
Red
me
Robin.
a burger.
Solid choice.
Exactly.
Solid choice.
Well, I have a whole list because
does.
why else? I mean, who am
really
I
got you
to not
thinking
have
about
a
this.
list? I mean,
Yeah.
I've always had a list though.
Sure.
So if we're doing fancy steakhouses, I like Morton's Steakhouse.
Never heard of it.
They don't have it here.
'Kay.
If we're doing Italian, I like Brio.
Okay.
Why you gotta be so
If
fancy?
we're
fancy.
doing,
We're talking
if
casual
we're
Bring it
doing,
down. Can you hold on? Let's pause here.
She bougie.
Just
I'm not, I mean, would you expect anything else from me?
I don't, but can we just bring it to the common folk? Just give me a restaurant that we know.
Okay, in general,
Yes.
my normal go-to
When you're not feeling bougie.
when I'm not feeling bougie is Yard House.
What is that?
What?
It's that's not here.
What is that?
But okay, one that's here would probably be Outback, but not the Outbacks here.
Okay, I'm moving on. Hold on. I'm moving on.
I'm dramatic.
Tim Miller, you seem more like the
are
regular
dramatic.
folks here. What's your favorite casual dining restaurant?
Right now, it's actually Condado Tacos because it's nice and easy. You don't have to wait. I love the atmosphere. They play good
It's kind of bougie
music.
too.
It's good. It's good stuff. And I think I heard Kaylee say the Chili's.
She said she thought that was America's old favorite.
What's your
Yeah,
favorite
they have
from
the
Condado?
best chips. I get the roasted chicken taco,
Okay.
but I get one double decker and then I get a Cool Ranch one.
Okay, but you said something about Chili's chips. We're going to talk about
Chili's
that
chips.
in a little bit.
Okay.
Alexis, producer for my 4 p.m. producer here. Hey, what's your favorite?
I'm kind of upset with Ta'Tiana because I heard her bashing Bob
Bob
Evans.
Evans, yeah.
But I love Bob Evans.
We just had them on.
Which
Good
one
Day.
is your favorite? The one in Northwood?
Sunshine Skillet, specifically at the one on Navarre. I go.
The one on the bar. Oh, okay, yeah, Oregon.
Oregon.
Yes. Okay.
Oregon.
I'm an Oregon girl. So.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Haley. Haley, 6 o'clock producer here.
Texas Roadhouse.
Texas Roadhouse.
That's-
Okay,
the
there we
bread,
go.
the bread and
So,
the butter.
The bread.
The butter, that cinnamon butter. Oh,
I've heard that because I did poll some people. We're going to walk because we're going to show you our brackets, but I did poll some people on my Facebook page. A lot of people did say they really do like Texas Roadhouse
Okay.
for the rolls, but the steak clearly as well.
Of course.
So, because sorry, Tim, you're really great.
Yeah,
Tim, we're
you
going
are.
to get
You need
his
someone
opinion here in a
guiding you
sec.
as you walk backwards.
Here,
by the way.
Steven, you might want yours.
Okay. Cool.
Since you know what's bracket, we're doing the whole bracket thing.
Bracket
Basketball.
fights.
Let's
Yes.
do bracket restaurants.
So I think we can pull them up
Yeah.
here.
Whose are we
Possibly.
starting with?
Where are we starting?
Mine? This is mine.
Okay.
Hey, guess who wins? Chili's.
Yeah. So you have B-Dubs versus
Yes.
Chili's.
Yes. Okay. Because when we started this bracket, we had Red Lobster and Bennigan's was on here. When I saw Bennigan's, I was like, yes, Turkey
Bennigan-
O'Toole,
Bennigan's
pretzel roll.
takes you back.
Yes,
right?
Monte Cristo fried sandwich. Yes. So I was like, give me some Bennigan's, but you can't there's not a whole lot of them still in existence anymore. So then we come down to Cheesecake Factory. I don't eat a ton of Cheesecake Factory because we don't have them around here. But I went through the next round. I did go with Olive Garden because it was up against Buca de Beppas, I think, which
Yeah,
we
I'm
don't
not
have around
familiar
here
with
either. But Bennigan's took me through this side. And then over here,
Denny's over IHOP?
Denny's over IHOP.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's where I used to go late, you know.
Ooh.
Yeah, Kaylee's got me on Denny's over IHOP.
Kaylee Kirby doesn't have an opinion when it comes to this, by the way.
Fair point. So then we got Applebee's. I did go over Ruby Tuesday just because I do the chicken fajita roll up. I eat it every single time I go there. Yeah, it's solid. Yeah, and then Red Robin, which I did pick over Uno, but yeah, Wild Wings took me all the way through.
Okay.
And then so Texas Roadhouse. We had Steak and Shake. We had Wahlburgers, which I like Wahlburgers. There's one in Detroit. We had Cracker Barrel on the side. We had Carrabba's. Carrabba's went kind of far.
Okay.
For me as well, because
Love
I do like the Carrabba's, like their calamari. It's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So my winner though is Chili's. I've talked about that on the show.
I think that was an automatic for you.
It was.
Okay.
I didn't really have to think too much.
So let's see my bracket.
Yeah. Let's see.
Let's get a nice little
I'm
breakdown
curious.
of what I have going on here. Okay. So Red Lobster.
Red Lobster.
Red Lobster as the winner here, obviously. The seafood. I like seafood, you know? Yeah, so.
Well, you didn't keep them in business, Stephen.
Well, yeah, I don't eat at many of these places anymore.
Well, I was going to
anyway,
say,
so can
the
I
menu
just,
is probably not ideal for
I just want to really just highlight one restaurant that really took me back. And I have a story to tell about this. Fuddruckers.
Oh, I've never been to one.
Yeah, so we had one not too far.
In Chicago?
Yeah, from our house. And my mom, she loved it, so we would go there all the time. Then it shut down, right?
Yeah.
So a few years ago, Gloria and I were driving through Gatlinburg, and I see one, and I just yell out, Fuddruckers.
And she's like,
Gloria,
what?
Gloria said, what did you just say?
Just smack you.
Right, she's thinking of first. I'm like, no, it's a restaurant.
Fuddruckers.
So yeah, we got out. I took a picture and everything.
But you didn't eat there.
I did not eat there. No.
Cheeseburgers? Is that?
Yeah,
the
so
thing?
they have
Okay.
burgers. I just remember as a kid, they had like this little machine where you could put quarters in and get the little bouncy balls. Like, that was my favorite part of it as a kid. But yeah, so all the way Red Lobster, and of course, IHOP beats out Denny's like any day. Any day of the week for me. So yeah. And then Applebee's.
You took
beats
Applebee's
IHOP.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, what I don't see on here
is
But
are
you
the
took-
brackets.
What you don't see is what?
I don't see anything that Caylee mentioned.
Nothing, because those restaurants don't exist for normal people.
We're normal. We can agree on that.
Yes.
We're normal.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Tim, what's your favorite?
Mine here, Darla, if you want to, sorry, not
Other camera.
If you want to take this camera here, you can show me here.
Camera 1,
Camera 11.
11.
there you go.
So yeah,
Hello.
Hey,
I went with Olive Garden. all the
you
way.
did. So the OG favorite.
So you can go back. I went with that because they got rid of my favorite dish. It was called steak gorgonzola.
Okay.
They
Oh,
brought-
I've had that there.
It's so
It is good.
They brought it back.
Oh.
So that they took it back.
So
right
so
there.
they
So
okay.
Olive Garden went all the way. Carrabba's went a long way. Bennigan's went
Italian
a
food.
long way. There's a Bennigan's in Mount Pleasant, Michigan still.
Yes.
So yeah,
Okay.
long way.
All
So
Well, and a lot of
Olive
you have
Garden
been
took it off
chiming
for me.
in. A lot of folks have been chiming in on my Facebook page. I do appreciate it. A lot of people did pick some local places, which is great. And yes, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to a local restaurant.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we really,
And I
rarely
keep it as local as my kitchen most of the time.
for sure. So, well, there you have it.
Super fun.
Yeah.
So Chili's for Amanda, Red Lobster for me, Olive Garden for Tim Tim.
yep, when you hear your family.
I respect it. Those breadsticks and salad,
Soup, salad, breadsticks.
solid.
Unlimited.
I do
that's
feel
salad.
bad sometimes for the waiter or waitress when they're doing the cheese because their arm's gonna hurt when they're grinding.
Tell me
the
when.
cheese.
Tell me when. Olive Garden, was it even on here? I don't even think it was.
Yeah, I think it had to have been. It went all the way for me.
Oh, yeah, you're
it's
right, it
It's
did.
right
Yep,
here.
it's right here.
Yep. It's hard to see. It's a little blurry, but yeah.
Okay. I had Bennigan's one. Got it. Okay. All right. Well, stay with us. We're going to talk a little summer concert.
Yes.
Right after this.
Welcome back to Good Day After the Show, streaming exclusively here on WTOL 11 Plus. We thank you for joining us.
Yes. Hey, I am so looking forward to the summer.
Absolutely.
Come on. Who
Favorite
isn't?
time of the year.
Yes, love it. And I love getting outside for a good concert, some live music in the park. And we just learned this week that downtown Toledo here at Promenade Park is going to be doing the summer concert series a little bit different this year. So in years past, we've had some, fairly decent names who have come in. Yeah, you have to pay, buy tickets. Last year I saw TLC down at Promenade Park. This year, it's going to be all local bands.
Yes.
Free concerts.
That's amazing.
I think it's great, actually.
Yeah, it is, because it'll bring so many people down, and you'll be more willing to spend some money at local businesses downtown as well.
Yeah, and I actually think I would be more inclined to come down to a free concert.
Yeah, for
I think
sure.
the only reason I went to TLC last year is because I happened upon some tickets. But like paying, so to get free concerts is going to be great. And this is a lineup. It's hard to read. They're calling it Party in the Park as like a nod to the 80s, 90s concerts that happened down there on the river. So a lot of these names might kind of sound familiar to you, especially if you watch Good Day. So Nikki D and the Sisters of Thunder, they're on here.
Distant Cousins on June 20th.
Skittlebots.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who else? Grape Smugglers, Arctic Clam. Phoenix is a name on here that I'm really excited about. A lot of these bands play at Acoustics for Autism.
Yeah.
So if you've been out for that event, you'll recognize a lot of these bands. And we came across them at Acoustics for Autism 2 years ago. And we're like, oh my gosh, they're really great. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, the 90s R&B jam is going to be fun too.
Yeah.
So take a lot of folks back a
Yeah.
little bit. That'll
It'll
be good.
give people like these local bands an opportunity to get
gain a following too. Gain a following, because a lot of folks are more willing to come when there's something free. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's going to be 11 concerts. This is all getting started May 30th, and it goes through August.
Yeah,
so,
really good.
yeah, just so you know. Okay.
So next week, let's chat about it. Well, we can expect just to do some cool things, and we're baking again next week.
Yes, so Jera's Heavenly Suite, well, Brianna of Jera's Heavenly Suite is going to be here. And also, it's time to run or cheer on those doing the running. finally, Glass City Marathon is coming up sooner than you think.
And who doesn't love a warm, soft, tasty pretzel? We're celebrating National Pretzel Day with Ben's Pretzels on Thursday.
I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, so a lot to look forward to next week, so
Yes.
make sure you join us.
Yeah, and thank you for tuning in this week, for downloading WTOL 11 Plus. You're seeing this exclusively here. Tell your friends.
Please do. Have a great weekend.
Have a good weekend.